freak could potentially end up, as his days in Milwaukee seem to be coming to an end. One team that has been rumored to be interested in acquiring Giannis is the Celtics. Not everyone is convinced Giannis is still worth a big trade. Listen to what our own Michael Wilbon had to say about that.
I don't believe in Giannis anymore. Giannis is a rumor. Giannis hadn't done jack in the months that matter, which would be May and June since 2021. 5 years is forever in professional sports. Giannis is a multiple-time MVP, a great player, a Hall of Famer, and as you said, a champion. He was that. Yeah. I ain't seen evidence of it. Sorry, a league can now, particularly the NBA, it can pass you by. I would not rearrange my franchise for Giannis. Tyler Hero leads his team in scoring. He's an all-star. Yeah. I know he's had some injury issues at times, but he plays more than Giannis lately, and he doesn't seem to be the diva that Giannis is. So if it sounds like I'm piling on Giannis, yeah, a little bit for a guy as a player I used to love. I love him less now.
Do you agree with what Wilbon is saying? Maybe the league has passed by Giannis. It's not worth a big trade.
I wholeheartily disagree. Giannis is still an effective top 5 player in this league. If not top 5, top 10. He averaged 27, 9, and 5. Yes, he didn't play a lot of games last year. He's been dealt with injury, but he also had a team where they couldn't really figure out what they wanted to do, right? You had to do the Dame Lillard trade. You had to do a lot of that stuff. I didn't think the coaching staff was amazing. Can we kind of point to that as well? I thought that he didn't have the amount of help that he needed. And if you're talking about a guy that's 6'11", almost 7 foot, that's still moving the same, he doesn't look like he's slowing down. And you can put an eye test, just passing an eye test. He's a great player still in this league. I like Mike Wilbon. I don't think that, that was very accurate. If you're telling me that he goes to a team like Boston Celtics, they don't have a chance to win it. They're not automatically number 1 next year. Well, if he goes to the Boston Celtics
without Jaylen Brown,
which I think will be a great trade because I think Jaylen Brown needs his own team. I think it's about time. I love the combination between him and Jason Tatum. I was there. I watched him grow up. I played 2 years with him. I think it's time that Jaylen Brown go and gets his own team and establishes himself as a superstar and get to the road that he wants to be at. And I think this is a great trade for both teams because Giannis and Tatum are complementary of each other. You can play Giannis all over the floor. Jason Tatum is coming back. He's still showing that he's going to be a top 10 player in this league, top 5 player in this league. I believe that Giannis is still worth a franchise, and I think he should be in the question of making it to one of the franchises like Boston Celtics because I believe that he brings them back into championship contention as soon as that happens.
I totally agree. I mean, Mike, I'm not really trying. I'm trying to figure out what point are you trying to make because if you look at the stats, like you just said, over the last 4 years, Giannis has been averaging 30 points or more and shooting 60% from the field. Right? He played 28 minutes a game this year and averaged 27. He's scoring a point a minute. How do you not think this guy is still an elite player in the league? It's a famous saying that the New York Knicks used this year, Mikal Bridges, F them picks. So when you look at it, you're going to be trading him to a Boston Celtics team that doesn't really have a lot of pieces to move. So it's got to be picks. So when you're looking at the team, you pair him with Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown's let it be known he's ready for his own team. He's ready. This was his best season ever after losing up 3-1. There is no possible way that he is going to be able to play on this Boston Celtics team next year. It's just going to be too much riffraff. So if I have a chance to get Giannis and I'm the Boston Celtics, I'm giving up everything. Give him up and keep Jason Tatum. We'll figure everything else out. But Giannis is still a top 5 player in this league, for sure.
Stephen A.
I think y'all are missing what Mike Wilbon said. And I'm not going to fault you for it because I was missing what he said. I thought my brother, my big bro, the Godfather, needed to be drug tested. And if not, take a sabbatical. Something wrong with him. Because I'm looking at Giannis initially upon what Mike Wilbon said, and I'm saying over the last 5 years, the man has averaged 30 over the last 5 years. Oh, by the way, that's fourth in the NBA behind only Luka, Embiid, and SGA. This is what we're talking about here. 58.5% from the field, 11.5 rebounds per game, 5th in the league, 6.1 assists. Is the only player in the NBA to average at least 30 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists per game over the last 5 seasons combined. That's what we're talking about with Giannis. So based on that space right there, Mike Wilbon sounds insane until you get into specificity and really, really dissect what he said.
Like that.
He said that you shouldn't change it and and just frame your team around Giannis any longer. In other words, you tried to do that in Milwaukee and it hasn't worked. And he's not getting any younger. He's getting older. Plus, he's had some injuries, and he hasn't done anything since they won the title.
Did they
he's
try?
lost
Did
9
they try?
of the. No. I'm not. But that's the point. That's what I'm saying. That's where I'm getting to. That's the point of Mike Wilbon is saying. Because in their eyes, they tried. You got to remember, Giannis had everything to do with Coach Griffin getting axed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, that was on him. And they were better with him than without him. At least that's what the record said. You know, the Middletons of the world that ultimately got injured, the acquisition of Damian Lillard before he got hurt, stuff like that. They did try, but in the end, it didn't work out. That's entirely different than you already being an established team and defining what the missing piece that Giannis could ultimately fill could mean to your franchise. If you're the Boston Celtics, pairing Jason Tatum with Giannis Antetokounmpo is a championship caliber combination. Make no mistake about that. And when you couple that with Jaylen Brown being essentially on the record, he can deny it all he wants to, but when you lose a 3-1 lead in the first round and you turn around, you get sent home in the first round, 2 years removed from a championship, having played in 6 conference finals of 6 times in your career, and you still get bounced out in the first round, and the words that come out of your mouth 24 hours after getting home, sent home in the first round, in a Boston Celtics uniform is, that was my favorite season. You somebody that want to be the number 1 option. That's basically what you're saying. You enjoyed being number 1. You enjoyed not having to be deferential to anyone like a Jason Tatum. You loved having the ball in your hands and you being perceived as the man. So clearly, him going someplace where he would be that, which is exactly what he would be in Milwaukee if they traded him there and acquired Giannis in Boston, is something that we all could look at and say, hey, this is definitely beneficial, because I think Jaylen Brown would be a stud in Milwaukee or anywhere else as a number 1 option. He proved that as an All-NBA player this year. And I think Giannis, healthy in Boston, would help the Boston Celtics refrain from jacking up 53 three-pointers a game. So I think those kind of things would help. But in the end, what it comes back to is what Wilbon was trying to say. You don't sit up there and alter
Hello mọi người,
everything
anh bắt đồ có
for
anh Nhiêu đi
Giannis
nhập về tặng,
Antetokounmpo.
thấy chữ gì không?
But what you can do is that if you believe you have
Cậu là lớp dự phòng của cô ta sao?
Tôi là cái lớp xịn nhất của cô ấy đấy.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. You go out there and you get Giannis Antetokounmpo. You get Giannis and you put him there, and you guess what? He's going to be a superstar for you, because the brother, when healthy, is still arguably one of the top 5 players on the planet Earth.
As a reminder, Giannis did miss 46 games with groin, calf, and knee injuries. He played in 36, where he averaged, as you guys point out, nearly 28 points per game. Coming up here on First Take, there's a massive crowd at the Knicks parade today. We'll have a live report. Coming up next, so you see OG Anunoby there on the float, just taking the scene all in, and his teammates are there. Oh, there's Mikal Bridges dancing. I think he's dancing. I think that's dancing. Enjoying life.